Hey Leo. Welcome, seekers, to the Existential Shift. Okay, I'm working with the Light Seers Tarot. And here you are, cutie, the Sun card. Your heart just shines, doesn't it? And we love you for it. Okay, let's see what's going on. How do you like my new setup, by the way? I like it. So let me know your thoughts. Leo seekers, please, for the month of December. Already 3 cards out. Wow. Okay. This is incredible. The Star, the Moon, and the World. So the celestial entities are speaking in this reading for you. They are at work. They are at play. The astrology is playing a significant role. I'm picking up on Saturn being across from you in Aquarius. As society and humanity, the Aquarian archetype is being karmically cleansed by Saturn and is being significantly worked on, it liberates your heart more and more, because societal structure and regulation, and most importantly, corruption or anything other than light-based, is strongly affecting you in a way that it puts... Sorry, let me close the... Okay. It surrounds your heart with inevitable defenses. Otherwise, it gets straight through your heart. Okay, so Aquarius is across from you, right, as a Leo on the wheel, right? It's the farthest sign from you, but it's also you in a way. In every Leo, there's an Aqua, and every Aqua, there's a Leo. So having structure, that Saturn, the very strict teacher, Lord of Karma, in a straight line from you, doing very intense work. It's like as I said, straight line, but also like a stream, like a channel. And it sends zaps straight to your heart, right? It's a direct line. So when it's been doing all this work, as it's been going through Aqua, Saturn, meaning, your heart, which is you, Leo is the heart space, had to be surrounded with layers of thick energetic protection. And the more Saturn moves through Aquarius, it's in the third decan, in its last trimester, has 9-10 more degrees in it up until March of 2023. The more your heart gets to peel the defensive protection mechanism, because the more society gets delivered its karma, the more of the frequency elevates for humanity and is liberated from its condensed status. And it directly affects your heart space in liberating it, because you don't need to be protected against that process, right? So look here how she's like, in the moon card, she's like drowned in so many layers of water and mist. But here it's like she's complete. The only way out is in, right? the deeper she went, the higher she ascended. And this is you. This is the freedom that Saturn is giving you through the karmic freedom that it's giving the collective by, well, delivering it. And you had to hold on to this very thin, fragile stream of faith, blind faith, because you couldn't see. You knew a lot is going on. And you were holding on to that understanding. And you were in absolute confusion and unknown state. But the strength to endure the unknown that you've been practicing is the equivalent of wings to the soul. I want to write it down. 1 second. Your strength to endure the unknown is the wings of your soul. So you start this reading, you start the end of 2022, December, with a big completion, the World card. It's the beginning of your reading. And it followed by 4 of Wands and 7 of Cups. One second. I think you'll be celebrating an achievement this month, a completion of a goal. And then you won't know, okay, what's next then? Right? You've achieved this major goal, celebration. You're proud of yourself, rightly so. But now, what's next? You know, the possibilities are multiple. And once again, you're facing a level of unknown. Too many cards. Show me more about this for Leo, please. My Leo seekers. Is it too many? This will be our reading. 5 cards, okay. The Chariot, Queen of Pentacles. 10 of Cups and 9 of Pentacles. Beautiful. And 9 of Swords. Okay. The cards just love being cheeky, don't they? Don't you cuties? Okay, I'm sorry. No, I'm not. What? Don't judge me for being crazy. Although maybe you kind of should. Crazy people have been let loose in the name of don't judge crazy, and they've been hurting and hurting and hurting. Maybe the only way to help crazy is by judging it as crazy. Can't fix what you won't admit. Can't heal what you claim doesn't hurt. Just can't. Okay. 7799. Because 7 of Cups and the Chariot is 7. So the world and the chariot right underneath, you might travel might be an option for you. No, it's not an option, it's happening. I see you traveling home to your family. Maybe you've been away in this endeavor or this goal that you're now achieving. You've been away, and now with the chariot and the Queen of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups, you're traveling back home. Could be to a partner, could be both to a partner and family, or just family, or just a place you call home. Queen of Pentacles can also be your home, the land that you are indigenous to or feel belong to. There's a lot of celebration and joy here. But then we have Nine of Pentacles and Nine of Swords, which is a very solitary energy. You might, some of you, let's say this was a private reading and I'd be able to go into specifics. I would say, okay, it looks like you're traveling back home, but you're discovering when you arrive that one of the individuals that you're returning to has had a very hard time, and they've been drifting away, and they've been enduring this alone. Um, like there's still abundance. There's so much abundance here. I don't know if that's financial abundance. So it's probably more like emotional lack or challenge. I think someone has been working. This Queen of Pentacles has been working very hard to keep a keep a straight face, or should I say, like a proud um, front, a strong front, protecting. It could be her family, it could be her home, could be whatever. But it has been possibly a very lonely and painful endeavor, or challenge to you know sustain the castle. In the old days when men would go off to war, women would stay behind to defend the tribe and the home and the families and the children. And people confused it with thinking that the men were the warriors and the women were just the caregivers. But if the men are away fighting and the women are in charge of protecting the tribe, the food, the cattle, the children from potential invaders, that requires extra level of skill in warfare and defense. Women in the old days that were left behind, they weren't left behind because they didn't know how to fight. Quite the opposite. They stayed to guard the castle, right? They were ferocious. Have you ever seen a mother defending her child? Uh, You've not seen a warrior until you've seen that. So there has been challenges for this person or for this woman, if we take it literal. Um, Maybe it's your mother, maybe it's your partner, maybe it's a close friend, maybe it's your sister, maybe it's a lover. But I am picking up on a very strong feminine energy. It's pretty evident here that guards the home, guards the land. It's getting really okay. There's also deep love to nature here. So I see one person being away on a journey or on a mission. Could very much so have involved travel. It required endurance and strength and faith in the unknown. It was challenging, but then here in December, this person reaches the goal, the success, the accomplish, and then they're traveling back to where it is they're from. And that's where they encounter this energy that I now just described. So I see two different energies here, and you know which one you are. Can you clarify the Nine of Pentacles with the Nine of Swords, please, for them? Four of Pentacles. Someone has become, it's this Queen of Pentacles. They've been so much in their frequency of protection. They had to protect, they've been protecting, that they're completely overcome by it. It has become their it's no longer something that they do, it's who they are in a way. They picked it up as their persona. Now I actually love this Four of Pentacles. You see her earring, she has Otel. This is it's a rune that symbolizes tierra, earth, land, home. um, So she's holding on to what she has because she feels like it's the only thing she has. Maybe she feels abandoned. No, Leo, this could very much be you. But I feel like she feels abandoned by either this person who went away for this mission, whatever this is, or abandoned by other aspects of life. Maybe it was all about this. Maybe she didn't have time to have fun, to be joyous, to be at ease, to just relax. It's always on guard, right? Created emotional distraught and a sense of loneliness, but it's like it's more powerful than her, because I feel like it's almost like I look at her, all of her, and I think these are the same. This is the same person, yeah. And I see her as the land, not just a protector. It's like she's not even protecting a land. She's protecting herself as an extension of the land. In Jewish mysticism, there is a creature called golem. Now, in anti-Semitic versions, where they vilify anything Jewish, there are versions in which the golem is like an evil creature that is made by a sorcerer in order to enact the Jewish sorcerer's um, desires, agendas, and all that. But in origin, in truth, in relation to Jewish mysticism and Kabbalah, the golem is made of clay. It's a creature that you make of the earth, right? It's of God's elements. You make it of clay, the practitioner, and you only make it if you receive a guidance from God to do so, for the sake of protection. Let's say there's an invader or an attacker or an immediate threat or a real danger to something that God wants to protect, right? So the practitioner receives the message from God or divine or source, right? To make that golem as a defender, as a protector that is an extension of God, by being an extension of Mother Nature, by being an extension of soil, being made of clay, of earth, right? And then the only way to bring it to life is by writing a lot of holy names on it, so its essence is pure and holy, right? It can't enact evil, even if it wants to, or it can't enact something that God doesn't wishes. And you have to write the word truth, emet in Hebrew, aleph mem taf, on the golem's forehead. I actually have, never mind. You know, I'm going to show you how emet looks like. I have it over there. I'm going to show you. So emet in Hebrew means truth. Okay, aleph mem taf, from right to left. And so this is the first letter of the alphabet, this is the middle letter of the alphabet, and this is the last letter of the alphabet. Okay, so you write it on the golem's forehead, and only truth and the names of and holy names and only holiness can bring it to life, to enact God's will. Okay, and once that creature, once the golem finishes its mission of protection or whatever the case may be, then the practitioner erases the letter aleph, and the golem is left with mem and taf. It's from Kabbalah. And the golem is left on his forehead with mem and taf, which then spells the word met, which means dead. And that's when the golem dies and returns to earth. So if you see, I actually saw that and I got really upset. A spiritual teacher that is very, very known, like wildly known, made a story and a post about the golem that showed the narrative, the anti-Semitic narrative of it, the vilified version of it. And I'm like, Dude, the Jewish people have had enough. We don't need you to spread to spread more villainous versions of our beauty. Honestly, they took the idea of the golem and coincided it with the movement of turning, of integrating man with machine. Okay, and so there's a lot we talk about that a lot. We fear that man will be that humanity will become integrated with machine. Not that we're not already. I mean, this does this ever leave you? Right? We're in a way we're already have machines as an extensions of us, but never mind that. But so she took that and associated with it with the Jewish mysticism notion of a golem, as if that golem is also a version of that, demonic destruction of humanity. And it's like, oh, so you're associating us again with demonic energy. Thanks, spiritual teacher. Don't you just love it when spiritual teachers don't act like spiritual teachers, when they're just dumbasses in disguise? Like literally, all you had to do is Google Golem and press on more than just one link to learn about it, to actually do your research before you take the worst version of it, the vilifying version of it, and use that as if it's a spiritual teaching. Oh, oh my God. I actually liked her before that. And then yesterday I saw another video by a different spiritual teacher who bluntly said anti-Semitic things when she called Kanye courageous for speaking up. Right. The Hitler loving, Nazi loving, anti-Semitic F-hole is courageous for speaking up against those if, and I'm quoting her, she said, if they were to kill him for it, now you'll know who it was for sure. Okay. Okay. Because that's what we do. She just reiterated anti-Semitic rhetoric, the same that he does. She kept saying it. She tried to be politically correct about it, but she kept saying things that showed that she agrees with his rhetorics, and it was repulsive. Yeah, so evil doesn't always, never, rarely ever wears horns and has vampire teeth. Sometimes evil is a spiritual teacher that teaches the demonic, vilifying, anti-Semitic version of a Jewish mystical story, and sometimes it's a spiritual teacher that tells her people that Kanye is courageous. Okay. Guys, seekers, keep your eyes open and your ears sharp. Keep your eyes open and your ears sharp. Listen to what people are saying. Listen to the essence of what they're saying. Or the undertones, or the, between the words. It's very important at this time. People are exposed left and right. You got to listen. And it's always a surprise. It's a surprise. I was surprised by the both of them. These are two women that I listened to, that not regularly. Like I didn't necessarily agree with most of what they're saying, but occasionally I would watch their video. Occasionally I would watch a video of theirs, and I thought they were awesome. It was like, yay, girl power, witches online, spiritual women teachers. I loved them. I love my fellow witches. Not them. Not anymore. You gotta be able to see the truth, and even if it hurts you and disappoints you, to take it in and understand. Okay? So get ready. This is a time, Leos, seekers, everybody, this is a time where a lot is being exposed, and some of it is going to shock you and surprise you and be like, no way that person, that this person, yes way. So this golem here has been practicing, has been an extension of divine will, right? Has been doing, I don't want to say God's work, it sounds so biblical, but I think you know what I mean, like doing light work, right? But I'm picking up like in her realm, right? Things that are close to her heart. Heart, sorry. And now that it's like, okay, maybe mission is close to being accomplished, just like the energy that we started off with, that maybe it's you or maybe it's someone else that is accomplishing their goal now. So this energy is close to accomplishing it. And then, okay, what's next for me then? Once the mission is done, the aleph is being taken out of my forehead and is left with, okay, the mission is over. And that part of me is, released back to the soil. Who am I now kind of energy. So that's what I'm picking up from her. It's like, but this mission is me kind of energy. Who am I now? Even though it's accomplished and done a great job and, achieving harmony, still it's like that question mark. And I feel like that is December. And what's coming next here with the Wheel of Fortune and the Two of Wands is an unknown still for December, There are going to be more surprises and twists and turns, but it's an optimistic one with the Two of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune, the changes that are coming, the next phase of the journey, could be anything. And I guess you'll find out in 2023, which is right around the corner, Leo. Okay, everything you need is below in the description box. If you want to study tarot with me, check out Tarot Masterclass Bunkai 90 pre-recorded classes that teaches you everything about tarot, whether you're a beginner, a practitioner, or even a professional. Like I go from zero to all. Very, very wholesome online course. You can find it for unlimited streaming over on Patreon. That's on top of other VIP content. It starts with as low as $13 a month that you can cancel anytime. So check it out and see what works for you best. And you can also have it separately on Vimeo. And check me out on Instagram, on Twitter, The Existential Shift, The Existential Shift. Okay? Mwah. Love you. Love you. Love you. Happy New Year. Happy holidays.